Shabbat Shalom, my dear friends. I trust all is well. I begin my thoughts this week with a quote from the famous philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. If you have a why to life, you can bear any how of life. What he meant is as follows. If you have meaning and purpose in life, you can handle anything. A meaningful and purposeful life can be extremely satisfying even in the midst of hardship, while a meaningless existence is a terrible ordeal even in the most comfortable of circumstances. Parshat Behar is devoted to the Jewish laws pertaining to agriculture, the primary economic system of the ancient Jewish people and a big part of today's Israeli economy. Jewish law states that on the seventh year the land must remain fallow and completely uncultivated. It is forbidden to plant any seed and reap any of the land's fruits. An entire year, in a cycle of 7 years, the agricultural economy stops in its tracks. These laws are very relevant today. During the Shemitah year, we're not allowed to purchase the fruits grown in Israel. Yes, it sounds crazy, but that's Jewish law. There is something else going on here for us. All of a sudden, Parshat Behar finds incredible relevance today, now, for all us non-farmers. The Torah says, on the seventh year, Shabbaton yeh la'aretz, sadecha lo tizra, v'karmecha lo tizmor. A grand Shabbat for the land. God's Shabbat. You may not plant your fields or prune your vineyards. The Torah continues. After 7 cycles of Shemitah, on the 50th year, you shall sanctify it and declare an emancipation for all slaves, a return of the land to its original owners. And the Torah says, V'shavtem ish el achuzato ve'ish el mishpachto tashuvu. And everyone returns to his inheritance and to his family. I want to focus on this pasuk. Peshuto shel mikra, the simple reading of the text, is that land returns to the original families and slaves return to their homes. But this pasuk seems to be speaking to all of us today, now, these past 2 months. The Torah is telling us the economy comes to a halt and people return to their achuzah and mishpacha, back to their heritage and to their families. Our economy, my friends, has come to a halt, and here we are in our homes and with our families. Or maybe not. I got so many calls last Sunday from mothers telling me how painful it is not to see their children and grandchildren on Mother's Day. I want to hug my kids. I want to kiss the face of my grandchildren. All I could say is how well I understand what they are feeling. I have not kissed the face of my grandchildren in 73 days. I count each day. The poet Yeats famously wrote, "Give me a mask and I will tell you the truth." That is how we feel today. The N95 masks we wear are the signifiers of our shared fate. We are all in this together, rich, the poor, and everyone in between. V'shaftem ish el achuzato, ve'ish el mishpachto. We return to our heritage and our families. We return to that which is important. If we learned anything these days, it is a realignment of our values. What is important and what is not important. V'shaftem ish el achuzato. We return to the land, my dear friends. A professor at Stanford University estimated that the improved air quality over the last 8-9 weeks may have saved over 75,000 people from dying prematurely. The reduced greenhouse gas emissions have begun to heal the ozone layer. We have been abusing the world Hashem created for us. It shut us down in order to begin to heal. Shemitah and Yovel teach us the value of time. For a slave, this lesson is amplified. All of a sudden, time is his or her own. This crisis we are living is a lesson in how we spend our time. If it's purposeful, we can survive anything. Without purpose, in the best of circumstances, we are lost. Let me close with a thought that was posted on Facebook by a woman I know. God bless her, a strong woman. Her name is Sharon. The pasuk says, Karov Hashem lechol kore'av, lechol asher yikra'uhu be'emet. Hashem is near to all who call upon him with sincerity. There's a second pasuk. Karov Hashem lenishbere lev ve'dakei ruach yoshia. Hashem is near the heartbroken, and those whose spirit is crushed, Hashem delivers. Two thoughts Sharon shared. Karov means near. It also means relative. Those closest to us. Hashem is our relative. And when those closest to us are not around, Hashem is always there. Second thought. When times are good, we seek God out. Lechol kore'av. Hashem is close with those who seek God out. But when we are heartbroken, Hashem always makes the first move. Karov Hashem lenishbere lev. Hashem is close to the heartbroken. Hashem, my friends, never abandons us. Shabbat Shalom.